welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. We are live at Shakespeare & Co. down here in Hamburg. How are you, girls?
Good, how are you?
I'm better now that we have these early afternoon cocktails.
I like a little early afternoon cocktail. How are you, Miss Katie?
Hey, doing well.
We love that you're here for our Shakespeare & Co. Live. Shall we have a little taste? Sure. I'm having an old-fashioned cocktail, but what is it? Anything special that I should say in there?
It's got a little bit of tangerine in it.
A little bit of tangerine. I like an old-fashioned. And?
A margarita?
A spicy margarita, I think it is.
Fresh squeeze.
Ooh.
Ooh, fresh squeeze.
And I asked them to make you, Katie, a bourbon mule.
Oh.
Or is it a bourbon Moscow mule?
Just a little bit of raspberry.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a Kentucky mule.
Kentucky mule.
Giddy up.
Okay.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Nice to see you, Heather. You haven't done this show here before, have you?
I have never.
Here's Katie.
Oh,
have a chin
Cheers.
boo. How are we all?
Pretty good.
Oh, I have to tell you,
wow.
people, I love an old-fashioned. Now, I'm not a bourbon drinker, but I can now no longer go out anywhere without having an old-fashioned.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, the other night
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant and I Instagrammed where the old-fashioned. But what I like is because I'm not a bourbon expert, I don't know what type of bourbon to ask for.
Okay.
So what do I say? I always ask for top shelf.
Oh, that could get
I always
expensive.
ask for house.
I don't know what
Give
the
me the
difference
well.
is. But I think house is more like wild turkey or something. No,
I
that's not
just
bourbon.
say that for wine.
So I don't
just say, I'll
know.
take the house red.
Maybe our
I'm
segment
a
later on.
maker's girl.
Oh, that's what he said. He said, did I want to make us? I went, no.
That's
I would like Woodford something.
Woodford
He said
Reserve.
something, something, something.
Yeah.
I went, oh no, that sounds good. I'm not paying.
Well, and that could probably be good on your diet. I mean,
I think so.
I mean, how is
There's
that going?
bourbon on your diet.
What is that
What diet
word?
do you want?
It's a
not
lifestyle
a
change.
lifestyle.
I can't believe you're saying
I'm
that.
sorry.
Diet.
Well, look, I'm taking after you. I actually worked out
I'm not on a
yesterday.
diet. That's why I have 2 cocktails.
No, did you notice we put 2 in front of you, my darling?
Thank you.
Okay.
One for the first half, one for
All
the
right,
second.
we're going to get on with the show.
Okay.
All right. So we often talk about the Kardashians and all things that go along with the Kardashians, but you have something that's a little bit different today, Heather. Skewed to something that could be a problem for people out there.
Well, they're saying that there's a study out that if you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it is going to make you less sympathetic toward the poor.
People with no money.
Yeah. And just in general, it could bring out selfish behavior.
By watching the Kardashians,
Yes.
you become more selfish?
Yes, you can become more, because you maybe think that you deserve more.
Okay, I got you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think?
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't watch that show. I do, but it's crazy. Even though you don't watch it, you still know what's going on with them. I see it online or social
Always.
media.
Well, it's been on for over 10 years.
Yeah, but they
but no matter what
portray
they do,
themselves as self-absorbed. So I would imagine that if you watch it, it makes you think that you need the nicest clothes, the nicest cars, and the nicest.
or
I don't know.
I mean, you kind of like, I look at it and then I'm like, wow, do I need to?
Yeah, but do you? See, I never look at a reality show. Everyone knows I'm into hip-hop Hollywood right now. Doesn't mean I'm going to become a hip-hop artist and start wearing all that bling, because I know half of it's fake, because they say it was fake, because they were doing some shade the other night, and it was getting a little frisky.
Okay, but you watch Housewives. Don't you think, like, when you watch that doesn't make you feel a little...
Like I need to be a housewife?
Well, you would be good at doing...
I don't know. Look, I don't believe... I think that's an interesting study, and it's up on our Facebook page. Tell us what you think. But I really don't believe that people, when they watch TV and watch something like the Kardashians, that they feel that they need to emulate their lifestyle. Because trust me, no, because I really do believe if you can't afford that $400,000 Lamborghini she just bought, how are you emulating their lifestyle? You might buy a fake Gucci bag or fake high heels.
Well, you might
do that.
That's influence.
Right.
I think if you are consistently watching that show, whether you realize or not, it does have an impact on you.
You might not
I
be
think.
able to afford that stuff, but there's charge cards gotten in trouble with, you know, I mean, you could, that's...
All right, all right.
I can't afford to be a viewer, so.
Tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. All right, since you were both single gals, I bought this in for you. All right? And you can tell me and our viewers at home whether this is true with what you're looking for. This is for all the men out there. There's a list that we put together of things women look for in a gentleman. Okay? Now, first one is vulnerability. That sounds weak.
No, I mean, I think it's something I like, but I wouldn't say initially I'm searching for that.
It's not on your job
It's a good quality,
application.
though.
Yeah.
Do you want a man to be vulnerable?
Probably not.
Be
I
honest.
Probably, I mean, once I'm in the relationship, a little bit.
But you don't want him crying on the second day?
No.
Okay, interesting.
No.
Stability, financially, emotionally, and rationality.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that that goes for men or women, that you want someone that's stable on their own, then you can be together. No one wants someone, you know.
Okay, let's bring up the
finesse.
next one. Now, the next one is equality. Do they treat you like an equal? I want to really ask, do you really want to be treated like an equal?
Yeah,
I'm asking that. I'm just putting it
No,
out
I
there.
want to be treated better. But I would want to do that for that person as well.
Right.
I don't know, but I think that
That's a good
treating
answer.
someone just as an equal should be the bare minimum. That's how we should treat everyone
I
we
agree.
interact with, you know? I think
Whether that's a boyfriend or a girlfriend
or
not.
just a coworker or anything. I think you should
agree.
just treat
Okay.
people like equals.
Well, let's talk about that later on. Curiosity about their partner. Are you should men be curious about?
What do you mean?
When I read that article, it was more about wanting the man should be the woman is wanting the man to know more about her all the time. Like the woman's wanting him to be curious about her all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's indicative of interest.
Okay.
Nah, that get on my nerves.
Yeah, that would bore me.
No.
I don't want you knowing too much.
No.
And also assertiveness. They are not afraid to ask for something like a back rub. This is what you want in a man, not what a man wants.
Well,
Do you
I
want
would
them
say
giving you a back rub?
I don't want them to give. Well, if I want it, then I'm going to ask for it, right? But then don't get mad at me if you don't do it, you know, and you didn't ask for it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like no.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying.
It's your topic.
If I wanted a back rub, then I need to say I would like a back rub.
Yeah.
But that person can't like assume that they know what you're thinking in your head.
All right. Well, this is another important one as well. Now we're talking, Heather. I like this one. You're newly single. You're going to be on the dating apps pretty soon. Katie and I are experts at it. All right. We're good. We know what to say. This topic of conversation is whether he or she is out of your league. What's the topic?
Well, there is a study out that says, okay, and I'm you swipe, you
Left or right?
left or right, whatever that is, and
We'll teach you pretty soon.
people, and I would think mostly men, and I know that that sounds probably bad, but pick other people that are 25% more desirable than
This is
themselves.
what the studies say.
This is what the study
that
says.
men punch above their body weight.
Yes,
That's it.
well, men
Or belt.
and women, I think
Yeah.
it said, but
Okay.
but I'm saying I think it's probably more men that would do that.
What do you think, Katie?
I think this is interesting. We have this on Good Morning Kentucky as our health segment,
Yeah.
and they were talking about how it's bad for your mental health to online date because people are getting rejected.
Yes.
They're
Oh.
looking for someone
That would be
out
awful.
of their league. I don't know, because how do you determine? Are we just talking physically? Or are we talking, so I don't know.
It would, I mean,
but I would think that
doesn't it have to be physically?
Well, I think
guess
physical is, and let's be honest, ladies and men out there watching the show, physicality is probably the first thing you see, and you make a split judgment whether you're going to swipe left or right, because that's what the dating apps are doing. Now, if you had a dating app that popped up with a video, hi, my name's Troy Thompson, I'm blah, 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 I weigh this much, these are my hobbies. I think a video would be much better, because then they could hear the tone in your voice. They
Yeah.
could hear my beautiful
I was
Aussie
just
accent.
getting ready to say
They
you
would
just
date me
wanna-
because of that accent.
Yes, and you're right. Let me tell you. I mean, it's better than
Yeah,
my
that's what I
accent.
think.
I
What do you
agree.
think, Boo?
Yeah, I mean, I think the videos would be
I reckon
nice.
it's a goer.
He just wants to show off his
Did you
his
think
accent.
it's a goer?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not familiar with the term a goer. But
Well, that's let's just make it happen.
Okay.
Tell us what you think.
That's the
Heather.
opposite of video.
Yes.
You're like,
Let's make it happen. Do you know what I mean? Head over to Midville, Kentucky, and tell us what you think about it. Katie, we're talking about after work emails, and another study came out that men and women should no longer be doing work emails at home after hours. I don't know about that. Do you check your work emails after hours from the station?
Once. I think that I think it's a good idea to have yourself in a routine. Just constantly checking it. I on purpose did not have it on my phone. I can always log in and check on my phone.
You log in, don't you? Because it's not part of your...
Because I don't consistently check. I'll check once. I'll check when I leave work, and I'll check once in the evening to see if there's anything I need to address.
Yeah.
And then I'll check it again in the morning. That I only look at it once, not at work.
I don't know. I check it a lot in the evenings because at night I try to find the stories that we're going to talk about the next day.
Well, are you by yourself? Or are you with other people? I mean, like, if you're out...
Me and my little drinky winky.
If you're out with someone, I think it's rude to keep checking your...
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be checking it if I was... Look,
That's what I
tell
mean.
You, my cousin used to always check his emails, Katie, and I have to say to him, I said to him one night, I said, you're such a tosser. I said, you're not that important. I said, you're not like the GM of the bank or anything like that. You're, like the loans officer.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you doing checking your emails? And he says, oh, well, you never know what's going to happen. I said, no one needs a loan at 9 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it used to make him feel so important.
Yeah.
I never check my emails when I'm out and about. I only check when I'm at
that's
home.
what I
I think
meant.
it's nice to just
No,
have
you didn't.
rules.
You made it.
Emails don't have to be addressed right away. So I think sometimes if you have downtime in the evening and maybe you need to get some emails sent, that's a good time to do it. But I think that what needs to happen is people need to be more respectful of coworkers outside of their work hours. Do not text me. That annoys me. Send it in an email.
I got
We're not
you,
at work.
darling. I
Don't
got
text
you.
me.
All right.
FYI.
Point taken. All right, everyone. Well, this is the end of Table Talk. But after the break, we have so many more things. Dr. James Silver, but TD, take it away, my friend. The best.
Ain't nobody home but me. It's a little too bad, yes it is. Be out in the street.
Man.